Imagine a world where your smartphone doesn't just respond to your commands but anticipates them, making life effortless and more enjoyable. Wow, what will they think of next? This reminds me of the Tower of Babel in the Tower of Babel, Genesis 11 verses 1-9. And the whole earth was of one language and of one speech. And it came to pass as they journeyed from the east, that they found a plain in the land of Shinar, and they dwelt there. And they said one to another, Go to, let us make brick, and burn them thoroughly. And they had brick for stone, and slime had they for mortar. And they said, Go to, let us build us a city and a tower, whose top may reach unto heaven, and let us make us a name, lest we be scattered abroad upon the face of the whole earth. And the Lord came down to see the city and the tower, which the children of men builded. And the Lord said, Behold, the people is one, and they have all one language, and this they begin to do, and now nothing will be restrained from them, which they have imagined to do. This is not a scene from a sci-fi movie, it's a dream, a vision that smartphone makers are nurturing. Could this AI era be another tower? They call it a supercycle, a revolution driven by artificial intelligence. So what is this supercycle? It's a dream of a paradigm shift in the way we interact with our smartphones. A shift from reactive to proactive, from manual to automatic, from intelligent to intuitive. It's the dream of transforming our smartphones into proactive digital assistants that can anticipate our needs and make our lives easier. Smartphone makers envision a future where AI, the brain behind this supercycle, takes the center stage. With AI, your phone could predict your next move, suggest the fastest route to your work based on current traffic, remind you to pick up groceries on your way home, or even order your favorite pizza when it senses you're hungry. They dream of a world where your phone is not just a device, but a companion, a personal assistant that understands you better than you understand yourself. This dream is not just about convenience, it's about enhancing our experiences. Imagine your phone suggesting a song based on your mood, or a movie based on your taste. Imagine it reminding you to call your mom on her birthday, or to take a break when you've been working too long. It's about making our interactions with our devices more personal, more human. But as fascinating as this dream sounds, it's not without its skeptics. The road to this AI-driven supercycle is full of challenges and uncertainties. It's not just about the technological hurdles, but also about the ethical and societal implications of having an AI-powered device that knows you inside out. Smartphone makers envision a utopia where AI turns our devices into proactive assistants. But not everyone is on board with this vision. The dream of a supercycle is still just that, a dream. Whether it becomes a reality or remains a fantasy, only time will tell. In the other corner, we have the analysts who aren't quite convinced by this dreamy vision. They look at the projections, the promises, the predictions, and they raise an eyebrow. They're skeptical about an AI-driven supercycle in the smartphone industry. And they have a few concerns that are worth considering. First, there's the issue of privacy. As we invite artificial intelligence into our pockets, into our homes, into our lives, are we also inviting an invasion of our privacy? Analysts argue that the more we rely on AI, the more data we're giving away. Every search, every request, every command, it's all information that can be used and potentially misused. Then there's the question of feasibility. Can smartphone makers really deliver on the promise of an AI-driven supercycle? It's not just about creating smarter devices, it's about creating a whole new infrastructure, a whole new ecosystem. It's a colossal task, and analysts are not sure the industry is ready for it. And what about the risk of over-reliance on technology? As we become more and more dependent on our AI-powered devices, are we losing our ability to function without them? Are we surrendering our independence to our smartphones? Analysts warn of a future where we're not just users of technology, but we're used by it. Finally, there's the simple fact that not all dreams come true. Sometimes they remain just that, dreams. The idea of an AI-driven supercycle is exciting, it's ambitious, it's revolutionary. But is it realistic? Analysts aren't so sure. They caution us to temper our expectations, not to dismiss the potential of AI, not to ignore the possibilities it presents, but to approach it with a healthy dose of skepticism, to question, to challenge, to demand proof before we buy into the hype. Analysts caution us to temper our expectations. They argue that the dream of a supercycle may be just that, a dream. So, what's the big deal about AI anyway? Well, my friends, AI, or artificial intelligence, is an umbrella term that covers several areas of technology. all of which involve machines performing tasks that would normally require human intelligence. This includes things like understanding natural language, recognizing patterns, solving problems, and making decisions. It's like having a mini Albert Einstein in your pocket, always ready to help out. Imagine a world where your smartphone is more than just a device. It becomes your personal assistant, your tutor, your fitness coach, and so much more. AI has the potential to make this a reality. With predictive text, your smartphone can understand and anticipate what you're going to type next, making communication faster and more efficient. It can also learn your habits and preferences, offering personalized recommendations that cater to your tastes. But the possibilities don't stop there. AI could revolutionize facial recognition technology, making it more accurate and secure. No more worrying about someone else unlocking your phone or your personal data getting into the wrong hands. Beyond security, facial recognition could also enable new ways of interacting with your device. Imagine your phone recognizing your mood and playing a song that perfectly matches how you're feeling. AI could also transform the way we use our smartphones for health and fitness. Imagine your phone being able to monitor your heart rate, suggest workouts based on your fitness level, or even detect potential health issues before they become serious. In addition, AI can make our smartphones smarter about power usage, learning patterns to optimize battery life. It could even lead to new developments in augmented and virtual reality, taking our mobile gaming and entertainment experiences to new heights. AI is indeed the future, and that future could be in the palm of your hand. But while the potential is immense, it's important to remember that technology is only as good as its implementation. As we stand on the brink of this exciting new era, we need to ensure that AI is developed and used responsibly. AI has the potential to change the game completely, but potential isn't the same as a guarantee. The debate between smartphone makers and analysts is more than just a war of words. It's a battle for the future of technology. Let's delve into the implications of this clash. For you and me, as consumers, we're caught in the middle. If the smartphone makers are correct, we're on the brink of a technological revolution. A supercycle, driven by artificial intelligence, would mean smartphones that are faster, smarter, and more intuitive than ever before. They would be devices that understand our needs and wants even before we do. And let's not forget the potential for unprecedented leaps in areas like health monitoring or environmental control. On the other hand, if the analysts are right and this supercycle is just a pipe dream, we could be looking at a future where innovation stagnates. We might end up with smartphones that are incrementally better year after year, but fundamentally, they would remain the same. The promise of AI-driven breakthroughs would remain unfulfilled. But this debate isn't just about us as consumers. It's also about the tech industry itself. If the smartphone makers are right, we could see a tech boom like no other. Companies that are currently underdogs might leap to the forefront, driven by their AI innovations. The entire industry could be reshaped. However, if the analysts are correct, the industry might be headed for a period of consolidation. Companies could become more risk-averse, focusing on improving what they have rather than innovating. The pace of change could slow down, which could lead to a less dynamic industry. So, you see, this debate is about more than just who will sell the most smartphones next year. It's about the trajectory of the tech industry. Will we see a bold leap into the future, or a cautious consolidation of the present? Whatever the outcome, the stakes are high. This isn't just about smartphones, it's about the direction of technology itself. So, are we on the brink of a supercycle, or is this just a pipe dream? That's the question we've been grappling with throughout this discussion. Let's take a moment to revisit the key points of this captivating debate. On one hand, we have the smartphone makers, the visionaries who are dreaming big. They believe we're on the precipice of a supercycle, an unprecedented era of growth and innovation. They argue that the integration of artificial intelligence in smartphones will revolutionize the way we use these devices, making them more intuitive, more personalized, and ultimately, more indispensable. This, they say, will drive a surge in demand, ushering in the much-anticipated supercycle. On the other hand, we have the analysts, the pragmatists, who are expressing their skepticism. They caution against the hype and remind us that the market dynamics are complex. While they acknowledge the transformative potential of AI, they question whether it will be enough to trigger a supercycle. They point to market saturation, evolving consumer behavior, and the economic uncertainties as significant barriers to such a scenario. The potential implications of each perspective are profound. If the smartphone makers are right, we could be on the cusp of a technological revolution, with AI-powered smartphones changing the way we live, work, and interact. But if the analysts are right, we might see a more gradual evolution, with incremental improvements and steady but slower growth. In the middle of this debate, it's important to remember that both views are not mutually exclusive. It's possible that we might witness a melding of the two scenarios, with AI driving significant innovation and growth, but perhaps not at the supercycle scale some are predicting. Only time will tell who's right in this debate, but one thing is certain: the future of smartphones and AI is anything but dull. So stay tuned, keep exploring, and keep questioning, because this journey into the future of technology is just getting started.